We are cooking in the kitchen with one of my favorite things, and that is Tony Chachere's products, y'all.
Yes, absolutely. We got Gil Sandoz, one of the corporate chefs with Tony Chachere's, back with us in the kitchen, making a chicken and sausage jambalaya.
Oh yeah, it's perfect for the big game day. You know, it feeds a lot. It's delicious. This recipe comes from Tony Chachere himself.
Really?
I've added a few of my tips, but the recipe's on his website, so anybody can go see it, and I'll share my tips with you while we're cooking.
I would love that, please.
Okay. So lots of onions, lots of onions. We have 4 onions cut up here. You're going to be my sous chef.
I will do that.
Over there.
You got it.
You're going to saute this in 1 stick of butter.
Okay.
We're going to put 2 cups of bell peppers.
All right.
The trick to a good jambalaya is having lots of vegetables, lots of meat, so it's not dry. I don't like dry
I'm
jambalaya.
with you on that.
Oh, I can't stand it. So this is a great recipe. It comes out very moist. This is about 1 cup of celery. There you go. Put it over there.
Yes, ma'am. You're
going to saute this, and on TV we can't do it, but you're going to saute it for 10 minutes. Okay?
Perfect.
So we pretended that we sauteed it. And you're going to add your sausage in your big pot.
Ooh.
I browned the sausage, and of course, Tony Chachere's came out with a new sausage. So go to your stores and look for this sausage. It's very, very good. It comes in a pack that looks like sausage, but it's in here now.
Nice.
So we're going to add our sausage and our rice. The most important thing about jambalaya, and you cut me off when we get close.
Okay.
Is the rice to water or broth ratio, because you don't want it mushy.
Right.
And you don't want it dry. So this is 3 cups of rice.
The trick is getting it just in that happy middle.
Of course. And then we're going to put 3 cups of rice. So measure it out and then stir it up with your sausage for about another 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then that's kind of cooking the rice, getting it pre-cooked. We're going to add our vegetables in here, and we're going to do that, and then we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. So
we have a lady that works in our web department, and when Joe was recording the tease for today's show and mentioned that you were going to be on, and we're going to be cooking with Tony Chachere's, she got all frustrated. And we was like, what's wrong? Why are you frustrated? I always miss Tony Chachere's when they're in the kitchen. Every time they show up, I'm not at work. And I said, but you're scheduled to work tomorrow. Yeah, but on the night shift, she wasn't going to come in until 2 in the afternoon. So
we'll have to put some in the refrigerator for her.
She was so depressed, Gay. She was not going to get to be here.
Well, share the recipe with her and save her some.
I will.
So one more trick I'm going to show you. This is a chicken broth.
Okay.
That is not many people use this, but this is a chicken cube.
Okay.
You can find them in the stores. It's lots of flavor, so I like to put an extra one in here in my broth. It'll add lots of flavor.
A little kick to it, right? Nice enhancement.
It is. So you add 6 cups, not more, not less, 6 cups of broth, 3 cups of rice. And then, of course, we have our garlic, lots of garlic, 4 pods of garlic, minced.
So this
is
full
looking
of, how many
good,
ingredients total do you think are in one thing of jambalaya?
I would say about 6 or 7.
Wow.
And everybody has their own.
Yeah.
I add a little smoke flavor. You can buy this in your grocery store.
Now, what is that?
This is smoke flavor here.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little, and that'll add a little kick to it, and then also a little browning sauce. I like my jambalaya this color, so if you add a little browning sauce, it adds that little color to it. Those are my tips of the day.
You know, how food looks is almost as important as how it tastes.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm stirring this up, and we're going to bring this to a boil.
Okay.
And then we're going to add our chicken.
Ooh. The best part.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's the best part.
One more trick.
Okay.
Tony Chachere's makes a marinade, a 30-minute marinade. I marinate my chicken in the marinade before I brown it.
Now, if people want this stuff from Tony Chachere's, what do they need to do?
Just go to the grocery store or go to their website. They have everything on the website.
Oh.
Then you can see how many products they actually have, because they have many, many.
If you're not familiar with Tony Chachere's, they do have tons of products that are going to enhance everything you do in the kitchen, and jambalaya is just one of many dishes that it enhances.
Smell that marinade.
Oh man. Yeah.
So you're going to marinate that for 30 minutes, and you're going to brown it like this.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, and if you want more information on Tony Chachere's, we're going to put all the info on our website, fox10tv.com, right under the Studio 10 tab. When we return a little later, because we still have 2 more fun, exciting segments to do, what are we going to be doing next?
We're going to be finishing up our jambalaya. You're going to taste it.
Oh, wow.
And then I have some Cajun Crawfish Cornbread, full of ingredients with corn in it, in the oven.
Oh.
We're going to show you how to do that.
Oh, you don't want to miss this. This
Very
is some
easy.
really good stuff. And as Gay mentioned, it's simple. We'll have the info on the website, and we'll see you back here in just a bit.
Great,
Joe?
thanks.
We are back with the Tony Chachere's corporate chef, Gay Sandos. Welcome back to Studio 10.
Thank you.
Great to have you as always.
Smell it?
Oh, man. This is some of my favorite stuff. You know, I had never really had jambalaya until I moved down here 11 years ago, and it is one of my favorite dishes now. I just love it.
And you have some great chefs in the city and great food
Certainly.
here. So it's not like you have to come to Louisiana for good jambalaya. You can always find it in Mobile.
But this recipe is a fantastic recipe for jambalaya. So for
Yes.
the folks who are just joining us, tell us what we've done, where we're at, all that
Yeah,
kind
we
of
gave
stuff.
you some tips. We gave you the tips that always make sure you have the right amount of rice to the right amount of liquid. So
Okay.
we use broth and we use some chicken granules and I use a little browning sauce and some smoke flavor. So it gives it just that extra kick.
Yeah.
I do have some there for you to taste.
Ooh, I'll put the football down and
Put
I
it
will
down
try
and
this
chow
for
down.
sure.
And so I use this marinade on the chicken, so it give that extra kick. And then we're going to season our chicken with bold. Isn't that good? Some people say it's the best jambalaya they've ever had, and maybe I'm just bragging. But
This is amazing.
I can't even remember when I couldn't make jambalaya gumbo, so I'm pretty good at it.
My bite was with the chicken. I need to take another bite with the sausage.
There you go. I did use the bowl seasoning on the chicken, and then I browned it. We put all our ingredients in here, and it's boiling now. So I'm going to add our cooked chicken, and we're going to put about 3 pounds of chicken in there. And I use chicken thighs. Breasts are too dry to me to use in a jambalaya, so I use chicken thighs or dark meat.
That's a great tip right there, because you were talking about before, you
Yeah.
don't really want that dry jambalaya. You want it to have some moisture, some texture to it.
And so if you're serving a crowd, don't try to, be all breasty on them, like healthy and all, because
Yeah.
I mean, the dry meat, it just doesn't work with the jambalaya.
Yeah.
You bring it to a boil and then you cover it, and you're going to
Okay.
cook it for 30 minutes, and that's it.
30 minutes, and that's it. The perfect recipe for these game day celebrations coming up. We've got the Senior Bowl this Saturday. We've got the big game coming up the week
big
after
game.
that.
That's so exciting.
All exciting. And you've got a lot of great recipes that people could make for these events if they want to.
Yes, I do. And this is free. You call 1-888-48-CREOLE, and you can get this free cookbook with 90 recipes of Tony Chachere's originals in this little book. It's free. You call 1-888, it's on the screen, Creole, and they'll send you a free cookbook in the mail, and then you'll be on their mailing list. You can see all their new products that come out. So I actually put this in the red for your team.
Nice.
Go. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah, roll Tide. Is that where you're going with that? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's just everything seems red.
There we go.
So we have the jambalaya
Yeah.
cooking. Our next recipe is going to be this wonderful Cajun Crawfish Cornbread.
And I love how you have this displayed and cut in triangles as well. So if
it's
we can take a
awesome.
shot of that, this is what we're going to work on when we come back. You can see this, the Cajun Crawfish Cornbread coming up in just a bit. There it is. And
It's like a meal.
I need to eat a little more.
Yes, go ahead. I'm going to eat some
just
with
before
you.
we go. All right.
And
so I'm-
also, in this cornbread recipe is on the website as well. It's www.tonychacheres.com. It's a great company, a great family-owned company. Did you know that? They're still owned by the same family, the granddaughter, the grandson, the son. It's really a neat place to go. They just hug you when you go. They're a big family.
that makes it special. Cooking with love makes a big difference.
They do, and every
Yep.
product that goes out of there it has their name stamped on it.
Family
so-
owned, operated. They have put their heart and soul into this product, and you can taste the difference.
I know. It's
All right,
awesome.
Chef Gay, thank you so much. We'll go back to Michael White, and I just need to sit here and eat a little bit. So I hope this is a long weather segment.
Welcome back in here to the Studio 10 kitchen, back with Chef Gay Sandos,
Hey.
corporate chef from Tony Chachere's. And what are we finishing up right now?
We're finishing up with a cornbread. You see, this is crawfish cornbread. I'm going to give you a few tips and just show you how to do it real quick.
All right, go ahead.
You're going to help me.
I would love to.
I want you to stir up the dry ingredients. That's
Okay.
2 cups of cornmeal, just plain cornmeal, not self-rise, just plain cornmeal. We have some baking soda we're putting there. The recipe is on the website. We're going to add a tablespoon of Tony Chachere's bold.
Okay.
1 tablespoon. And then you're going to mix that up. You're going to mix up 6 eggs. When you're doing your eggs, never break eggs into a bowl that you're mixing in. Always break it into a separate bowl.
Smart tip.
And you'll
Yeah.
never be able to do it like that unless you have years of practice like me. So we're going to mix that together. We may run out of time here. We're going to have 1 can of corn, 1 can of Rotel tomatoes, I'm gonna go quick, so I don't want to show everybody. We have a 1/3 cup of oil. We have 2 onions cut up and some cheddar cheese. Look how
The
easy
perfect
this is, huh?
ingredients. Yeah, and those are a lot of those are ingredients people have in their homes right now.
Yes, and we're gonna mix that up really well. Add the crawfish, and then we're gonna mix it to our dry ingredients. This is my tip of the day, though. My tip is put butter in a skillet, a cast iron skillet, heat it up. So when you put your cornbread mix in there, it's gonna form a nice, crispy
And that's
crust.
what you want.
Yes. So let's put these dry ingredients
Let's
in
go
here.
for it. So I'll just pour it in.
Yeah.
All right.
And look for Tony Chachere's new products. Their Bloody Mary mix, their sausage, their seasonings.
TonyChachere's.com.
Yes, and they're always coming out with something new. So this recipe is on their website. So go on there or go on your website.
Yeah, that's right, because we're going to link it on fox10tv.com under the Studio 10 tab.
Hear that
in the
sizzle.
world, I love it. The worst thing in the world, gang, is when you're on the show and we run out of time. But I'm really glad
That's
you came
okay.
here this morning.
Put this in the oven for 350 for 55 minutes.
And that's the trick.
That's it.
We'll put it on the website, and Joe and I will be back to wrap up this edition of Studio 10 in just a bit. Stay right there.